So far things are going really well. I've had my first run out on my new ZX10 Superstock bike at Scarborough at the weekend, and we won all the races. We've still quite a bit of work to do. I wouldn't say that it's fully sorted. It's a totally different bike than the old one, with quite a few things to try with the chassis. But no doubt, come the TT, we'll get there. My 600 have done quite a bit of work, in the engine, bits and pieces over. We've got more horsepower, so hopefully it'll be a bit more competitive this year. And I've just done a deal with Sandor Bitter, the Hungarian rider. He's going to ride a Superstock bike, and in my team he'll ride that in the Superstock and the 2 Superbike races. So that's a new challenge for me, and it's something I'm really looking forward to this year's Northwest TT Ulster Grand Prix and all the other national races that go along with it.
Yeah. And what other races have you got in the build up to TT from now till then?
I had planned, going out to at Easter to do a couple of short circuits, but because we're running out of time, I want to, I've ditched that. I'm going to spend the time, building my Superbike and Sandor's Superstock bike. So hopefully within the next week and a half we'll get those 2 bikes finished, and then we're off to the Cookstown 100, then Tandergee, and then straight to the Northwest. So we've still a bit of valuable race time before the internationals, but it's like anything. Once, if you have a problem or if you're struggling with something, time runs out, and you're just grasping at straws to try and sort it. But hopefully that'll not be the case. But everybody that's running a new bike this year is in the same boat. It usually takes a year to get all the wee niggly problems sorted out and find out what the bike's like and what way they work best.
So Connor, we're down near the Carferman on the beautiful island, local boy. And how are your preparations going for TT up to now?
They're going really well. Just testing galore at the minute. I think as much testing as I've ever done in my life. Over these last couple of months has been manic, really. So it's all for the benefit of me and my fitness. So the more I can do, the better it is, really.
And how are you feeling physically on the bike? Is it not too bad with arm pump?
I'm not too bad. Little things are flaring up every now and again, but the way I see it's going to happen anyway. So I'm just going to bash on regardless, and get work on my fitness even more.
And you're busy this weekend now at the circuit race?
Yeah, we've got the first British Championship round down at Brands Hatch, so ran for Black Horse Kawasaki this weekend. I'm looking forward to that. It's another challenge. It's a good opportunity for me to get more mileage under my belt, and again, the more bike riding I do, it's rehab, so the more the merrier.
Okay, we're here with Klaus Klaffenbach and Dan Sale, the top sidecar crew for upcoming TT this year. Klaus, how are your preparations going for TT 2011?
Yeah, straight after last year's TT, we started to prepare for 2011, and I think we have a good preparation. The bike, I used the bike last weekend at the race in Austria, and it worked perfect. So I did also myself. I'm preparing myself as well. So I'm looking forward.
And yes, and do you have any upgrades in performance-wise to the outfit this year?
Yeah, there is small things on each end of the bike is a little bit developed for TT. Also the engine is a bit developed, but it's just small things.
And do you have any meetings coming up between now and TT?
Yeah, we go from here. We go to the German Championship round in Lausitzring, and then 2 weeks later is again a German Championship to do, and another race in Germany. So we're looking to do as much as possible before TT.
Excellent, thank you. And Dan, how are your preparations going? Have you been with Klaus on the European meetings?
No, I haven't done a meeting yet this year. Just this one next weekend will be the first one, so just stitching to get out, really.
It's obviously a dream year last year. You can't actually top it with 2 wins, but you hope to go for the same again this year.
Yeah, that'll be the only way we can get top that, like you say, is do it again this year. But it's going to be tough for the boys out there. We've got a target on our back now, so just have to see how it goes.
And you saw the TT3D film last night. What's your opinion of it?
I think it's awesome. I think it's definitely right direction. Like it's going to put it out there and put the TT out there. And it's definitely good for the sport and good for this.
Yeah, and it's nice to see recognition of Nick Crowe in the film as well. So much he's done for Sidecar and the TT.
Yeah, I mean, like Nick, he's had a real hard time. I mean, he's at the bitter end of it, and like none of us want to go down there. But to see what he's done and the way he's bounced back, and I mean, he's got his own bike out there, his own team, and he's not letting it die. I mean, it's in us, so you just got to keep it going, haven't you?
So, Ian, how's your preparation going for TT so far?
A little bit different to what it'd normally go like, you know. Got obviously my injury to deal with this year, and you know, we're working hard on it and doing everything we can at the moment. I'm being held up a little bit by fracture, but I need to kind of take that out of my head, and you know, the bone's going to heal when it heals, but for now I can do quite a lot of work in the gym and stuff, so I just need to try and make sure that I'm going to be fit enough when the fixator comes off my leg eventually.
So given the physical setback, obviously coming up to TT, 5 wins, maybe quite hard to match for anyone, let alone someone with your problems you've had. What's your realistic aims for this year?
Until the event comes, you know, there's nothing I can really think about other than getting myself fit as I can be. It's still 7 weeks away, and if I look where I was 7 weeks ago, you know, I was in still a fair old bad state. So, you know, if we keep progressing like we are doing, you know, obviously it's going to be really hard to go in and win 5 races on bikes I've hardly ridden, and you know, I'm still going to be carrying an injury of some description. We're not going to be 100%, but all I can do is put my best into it, and I've got a 2-year deal with Yamaha to, you know, win TTs. That's all I want to do, is win TTs for Yamaha, and you know, hopefully, if we get back and it means building on it for next year, we've got to take it as it comes for now.
We're here with Cameron Donald down at the Carford Man, ready for the TT 2011. So Cameron, how are your preparations going for the races?
Yeah, they're going well. I've been back in the UK now for 3 weeks and been testing with the new Honda bikes. I've had some riding in England, some in France, so getting plenty of time on the bike, and it's all been dry and positive testing so far. We've had good conditions and it's going well, so just looking forward to getting on with racing now.
Yeah. And how would you say the Honda differs from the Suzuki and things you've been riding before?
Oh yeah, I mean it's different. It's a different motorcycle, and this year I'm on a different brand of tyre with Dunlop as well, so a lot of changes, a bit to adapt to, different bike, but so far so good. So time to get it out in a race and see how it stacks up against the competition.
And for the fans of the TT website, what's your favourite corner and why?
Favourite corner? That's a tricky one. It's often asked. I don't really have an exact favourite corner.
A section maybe?
I like the last corner coming out onto the straight when you're heading down to the start-finish. I think that's pretty special. But my favourite section is definitely end of Sulby Straight to Parliament Square. I like that. It's the most demanding section for the rider and for the bike, you know. Shakes heck out of everything, and I love that bit, you know. Just always tell myself to grab the bull by the horns through there and just grit my teeth, and I like that. There's time to be made up through that bit, so I like that. It's a challenge.
Yeah. And you saw the TT 3D film premiere last night. What's your opinion of it?
Brilliant. It really blew me away, you know. As a rider that was in that event, it was really special, you know. It was special to see the way it sort of fused the past with the present, and had, you know, a great story behind Guy, because he's such a character, and you know, a bit of all the other top riders involved. I think it was a really good story, and I hope that it sort of showcases the event. I think it shows the positives, and it shows the event for what it is. It's dangerous, it's got some highs, it's got some lows, and it's got some characters, and hopefully it'll bring more people over to the Isle of Man to see the event for themselves.
And maybe some more Australians.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I always tell people at home, to really experience the TT, you need to see it and you need to be there, you know, and experience it for yourself. But, I mean, if you couldn't get here yourself, that's as close you're ever going to get to see it in 3D. So the movie is going to Australia, and I can't wait till my friends and family get to see it back home.
And Bruce, how are things going with your new team, new bike?
Yeah,
experience.
Really good. Like I say, it's a new team, new bikes on Hondas for the first time in about 8-9 years. So I've been out on them a couple of times now. Really enjoy riding the Hondas, so looking forward to it now.
And not the kind of man to do hundreds of races before the TT. His preparation, you tend to have that natural ability to just hop on. Yeah. Have you got any races coming up for TT from now on?
Actually, Clive's got me out doing quite a lot. I've done about 4 test days already,
And then next weekend we go to Brands Hatch. I'll be out on the Super Stocker, sort of just trying to get some more time on the new bike. So I've done a lot more riding this year than I ever have, I think.
Do you think that's really going to benefit you? Is it just always come naturally?
It does come naturally, but it's always that last little bit that you want to have, and I think it's definitely going to help. Like being out on the bikes, being out on the motocross bike. I think I've been this year's probably about the fittest I've ever been as well. So I think it should be good for me.
How do you find the difference in feel between the Honda and the Suzuki?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, I can't really explain it. It's just like a different feel from the clutch and the gears as well. Just getting used to that. But apart from that, bike's a bike and just get on it and ride. So hopefully we'll do well.